Chernihiv region is recovering from the invasion of the occupiers. People are shocked by the actions of the Russian aggressors who planned to attack Kyiv. They failed, but the enemies left behind destroyed, looted settlements, they confiscated mobile phones, even underwear. The Russian occupiers advanced on the Ukrainian capital along the route of the Pryloki Kyiv. Tatiana is a cashier. She heard a fire being opened in the village of Nova Busan.
I was trading when the shooting started. I ran towards the church.
The occupiers shot all the shops, then looted and established a regime of terror.
They walk down the street jabbering. They say, "Man, do not walk down the street." Why? Next time we'll shoot. He walks and clicks the shutter of his gun.
Then they looted, drove people into cellars and walked around the houses with a trolley as if in a supermarket.
They came to the empty houses with a cart.
They slaughtered a piglet, then chickens, and took away potatoes.
And then took away mobile phones.
Phones were taken from all over the street. A whole package.
They didn't hesitate to steal even underwear.
The girls' panties were taken away, and socks. There is nothing left.
When Ukrainian troops pushed the Russians away, although it was scary, people came out to look at the liberators.
I lay under shelling for 13 hours, totally dazed. But then at 10 o'clock in the evening, I stood at the door of the barn and watched. Shells were exploding, damaged tanks and armoured personnel carriers.
Here is a video from a drone, a Ukrainian tank firing at Russian armoured vehicles retreating from Kyiv. And here is the neighbouring Strata Busan. Enraged by the blows of Ukrainian artillery, the occupiers took revenge.
They fired at houses, both on one side and the other. There were buryats, such impudent faces.
It did not stop the occupiers that the street was named after Pushkin. There are machine gun holes in the fence. The Russians aimed at people. Irina recalls that the occupiers broke into a local boarding school, simply demolished the fence with a tank, crashed into a wall and kicked out all the children. Instead, the invaders settled in the boarding school themselves.
It was really scary. Bullets were flying overhead. We took the children and ran wherever we could. The children and I were in the cellar. There were 2 tanks in the garden and 1 in the yard.
Russian invaders cynically covered themselves with civilians and placed armoured vehicles in the courtyards, but it still did not help the occupiers. There are so many broken vehicles that it will take a long time to remove them from the streets. Meanwhile, residents are going to receive food every morning. No store is open.
We've got the kind of road that nothing can come down. They smashed the road with tanks.
However, the villagers are in high spirits.
The volunteers say you have optimistic people.
Андрій Гетьман, факти, ICTV.